Distinguish between equity shares and preference shares. Point 1. Meaning. Shares that are not preference shares are called equity shares. That is, these shares do not have preferential right for payment of dividend and repayment of capital. Preference shares are shares that carry preferential right as to payment of dividend and repayment of capital. Point 2. Rate of dividend. Equity shares are given dividend at fluctuating rate depending upon the profits of the company. Preference shareholder get dividend at fixed rate. Point 3. Voting right. Equity shareholders enjoy normal voting right. They participate in the management of their company. Preference shareholders do not enjoy normal voting right. They can vote only on matters affecting their interest. Point 4. Return of capital. Equity capital cannot be returned during the lifetime of the company. A company can issue redeemable preference shares which can be repaid during the lifetime of the company. Point 5. Nature of capital. Equity capital is known as risk capital. Preference capital is safe capital with stable return. Point 6. Nature of investor. The investors who are ready to take risk invest in equity shares. The investors who are cautious about safety of their investment invest in preference shares. Point 7. Face value. The face value of equity shares is generally ₹1 or ₹10. It is relatively low. The face value of preference shares is relatively higher, that is ₹100, and so on. Point 8. Right and bonus issue. Equity shareholder is entitled to get bonus and right issue. Preference shareholders are not eligible for bonus and right issue. Point 9. Capital appreciation. Market value of equity shares increases with the prosperity of company. It leads to increase in the value of shares. Market value of preference shares does not fluctuate, so there is no possibility of capital appreciation. Point 10. Risk. Equity shares are subject to higher risk. That is because of fluctuating rate of dividend and no guarantee of refund of capital. Preference shares are subject to less risk. It is because of fixed rate of dividend and repayment of capital. Point 11. Types. Equity shares are classified into Point A. Equity shares with normal voting right. Point B. Equity shares with differential voting right. Preference shares are classified as Point A. Cumulative preference shares. Point B. Non-cumulative preference shares. Point C. Convertible preference shares. Point D. Non-convertible preference shares. Point E. Redeemable preference shares. Point F. Irredeemable preference shares. Point G. Participating preference shares. Point H. Non-participating preference shares.